Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of a brand new series here on FIFA 19. This is something I've not done before, similarly with the Alphabet Challenge video that went up the other day. Trying something different on the channel. Ordinarily, my career modes are based around the team that I'm with. However, in this series, it's going to be around me as the manager. Now, the title of the series, Achieve and Leave, gives you a slight indication as to what is going to happen. We hope to achieve as much as possible in one season with the club. Then we're getting out of there. We're leaving at the end of the year. And on the final day of the season before it advances into Season 2, you guys are going to get the opportunity to vote via the Browse Jobs tab on which team I go to for the next season. And I'd like to do this continually, provided that you guys enjoy the concept, until the full 15 seasons. So the idea is that we would have a full 15-year career mode with 15 different teams. And fingers crossed, win as much as possible in as many different places as possible. We're starting with Chelsea, because Chelsea are a team that I've kind of built my channel around, being a Chelsea fan, as well as a Gamers United fan, of course. So we're starting here at Chelsea, and the idea is to try and win as much as possible here at Chelsea. And of course, once we get a few seasons in, we're going to get youth regens that come through that become incredible players in the save once they reach their early 20s, and it will completely add a new dimension to anything that I've done on the channel before. So fingers crossed you guys really enjoy this. This first season will start off as the majority, well, basically I'm going to follow the same sort of concept I normally would with a normal career mode, only it's going to be one season per club. So in this opening episode, we'll have a look at all of the expectations the ball want from us. We'll have a look at the squad we've got and how many pennies we have to spend in the transfer window. Of course, we'll be playing 1 month per episode, as is the case on the channel. Now, rather than playing every single game, I'll be playing 1 month per episode, playing 3 games and simulating the rest. Although in a transfer window, I'll be playing 2 games per episode and simulating the rest to add in all of the transfer footage as well, to ensure that the video isn't an hour and a half long and kills my computer when rendering it. So we'll simulate all of the pre-season tournament though, so you guys can get to your transfer suggestions sooner rather than later. As things stand right now, we have 112-ish, 113 if I change it to 90-10 million pounds available to us in the transfer window. I'm not sure what I want to do with the squad in this one season. As you can see, we've got a number of goalkeepers here, so I'm probably going to release or sell on Caballero and Bulker. We'll keep Rob Green because he's new. I can't sell him, and Kepa's new as well. Obviously, Kepa you'd want to keep at the club. With regards to the right-back role, Aspi and Zappacosta I'm quite happy with. Centre-back, Gary Cahill I'd like to sell and bring a new centre-back in. Andreas Christensen I'd like to keep. Similarly with David Luiz and Antonio Rudiger, but I would like to bring in another player at centre-back ahead of Gary Cahill, if we possibly can. Says his contract is expiring in 12 months. What I will actually do is delegate a renewal there and improve his contract. I'll do that off camera though, rather than doing it right now. You can see at left back we have Marcus Alonso and Emerson. I'm relatively happy with that as it is, but we'll wait and see what happens. I think the majority of the money is going to be spent in one particular position. You can probably guess which position that is. Christian Pulisic is out on loan at Borussia Dortmund, unfortunately. I'm playing the new latest squad. Of course, Christian Pulisic has been brought into Chelsea but sent back to Dortmund on loan for the rest of the season in real life. So he is at Chelsea here and will continue to be from Season 2 onwards, but we won't be at Chelsea from Season 2 onwards. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is still here. Cesc Fabregas, he's actually about an hour after I set up this save, and probably before they would have done the update, he's actually signed for Monaco in real life. So he's going to France. So I will add him to the transfer list in this save. Mateo Kovacic, I'll keep at the club, similarly with Jorginho. Hinkle, I'd be open to selling, similarly with Danny Drinkwater. So we'd be looking for perhaps a central midfield. Just central midfield player just to bulk out numbers, really. Kante, Kovacic and Jorginho probably going to be my starting 3. Ross Barkley, though, is going to be in the mix. Victor Moses on the right. don't know. Lucas Piazzon, definitely going to sell him. Victor Moses, I'm probably open to selling as well, to be fair. Pedro, I like Pedro, but it's probably going to decline. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'll sell him on 2. Willian, I'll start him on the right. Eden Hazard's definitely going to start on the left. And then Callum Hudson-Odoi will be my backup left-sided midfield player. But at striker, I would very much like a new striker, please. That's probably where the majority of my money is going to be spent here at Chelsea, in the striking position. I will renew contracts for a couple of players that I'm looking to sell on that have 1 year left on their current deal, because that way I'll be able to maximise the amount of money that I'm getting for that particular player. But what do the board want from us in this one season? Of course, ultimately, the aim is to win everything, achieve and leave. But what the board would like is for us to sign one youth academy player to a midfield position. I'm sure I can do that this season. Gain £176 million worth of revenue from shirt sales. Certain we can do that as well. Financially, they want me to increase the club worth. We can do that in the one season, I'm sure. Win the Premier League, win the FA Cup. Well, we want to do that, so that's not too much of a surprise. And they want me to win the Europa League as well. So they want the treble. I want the treble. So we'll just have to wait and see how things go. I am quickly just going to go and offer those contracts around and get that done, and then we'll advance a little bit further forward and hopefully get some sales done so we know exactly how much money you guys are going to have to spend for me in the coming transfer window. Right, contract offers all done. Rather frustratingly, Willy Caballero accepted a 1 year extension, or a 1 year deal, which means his contract still runs for 1 year. It doesn't actually add to the 1 year he had left on his current deal, frustratingly. But I delegated all of the contracts, so Cahill's got a new deal, Fabregas has a new deal, and a couple of others do too, to ensure that we have the maximum amount of money we can potentially gain from this pre-season window. And rather understandably, I think striker is going to be the main position we look to buy in. There's no reason why at some point in this save, throughout the seasons, we might find a young player come through that we might, or maybe a favourite player that we take from club to club if we possibly can, year on year. We shall have to wait and see how things transpire. But this is something I've never done on the channel before. Rather surprised we got 0-0 draw against Al Hilal, to be honest. So if you like the concept, similarly with the Alphabet Challenge, if you like that concept as well, and the fact we're trying some new stuff on the channel to try and keep your interest, transfer for Marcus Alonso that I should be rejecting. He's going to stay at the club. I don't actually like him that much in real life, Marcus Alonso, but on FIFA, he's very, very good. Transfer for Azpilicueta, which will certainly be rejected as well. Thank you very much. Dave is key to my season here at Chelsea. We've Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain in our pre-season group as well, so we get a 0-0 draw against Al Hilal. No idea what's going to happen against Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. PSG go 1-0 up after a minute against Al Hilal, thanks to Thomas Meunier. Lewandowski's gone 1-0 up against Bayern Munich, or for Bayern Munich here against me as well. Eden Hazard's equalised from the penalty spot though. Thank you, Eden. I'm hoping to be competitive in this save. Obviously, I'm going to be on Legendary. No, rephrase. That's force of habit. I'm going to be on Ultimate difficulty, as I am with the majority of, well, all of my saves so far this year, other than the My Player. Morata gets us a goal in the 79th minute. Might well see first team football at a minimum for him though this season. International management we're not really that bothered about as things stand. But I'm going to go and hopefully get... Oh, Rob Green wants to play. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Green. You're going absolutely nowhere near my starting lineup ever if I have anything to do about it. Can we, though, get ourselves through to the latter stages of this pre-season tournament? There's about £10 million available if we can win this pre-season tournament. Willian gives us a 1-0 lead, so that's a good positive start. Kante gives us a 2-0 lead, so I'm pretty sure, providing there's no collapse, yes, no, 3-0, and Cavani with an injury, no collapse, so we'll be through to the knockout stages then. That's fantastic news. Extra money to be spent by you guys in the transfer window. A 4-0 win against... How can I draw 0-0 against Al Hilal but beat PSG by 4-0? That I do not understand. 2.6 million added to the transfer budget. The one thing I didn't do, actually, after offering those contract deals, was actually put the players on the transfer list. So, Gary Cahill... Oh, I did do him. There were a couple of others. Who else did I offer? Cesc Fabregas. Actually, I may well have put him on the transfer list as well. I did. And Danny Drinkwater, I wanted to add to the transfer list. Michael Van Ginkel, I'll do the same. I offered someone else a new contract. I can't remember. Oh, it was Olivier Giroud. That was it. I knew it was someone further down the list. So hopefully we can move on Olivier as well. raise some extra funds there. Right, offer, maybe, hopefully? No, Andreas Christensen just wants to play against Barcelona. Sorry, pal, not on this occasion. Barcelona will be simulated, of course. They lost 3-1 to Juve, but beat the 2 Chinese teams in their group quite handsomely. Barcelona, of course, the side that we're doing the Alphabet Challenge with to start with here on the channel. If you missed that video, then do make sure you check the channel page for it. It's another new concept going up on the channel that hopefully you guys will really enjoy. Something completely different to what I've done previously. This is kind of similar to the kind of normal career mode format, but the Alphabet Challenge is something I've never ever even remotely done before on the channel, so I would very much like your support on that, and I really think you'll enjoy the series because it basically revolves around buying and selling players, which of course is the most popular part of the entire career mode experience. I'm just going to accept that for Lucas Piazzon because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get many offers for him, and it will be Chelsea versus Juventus. Loan off of Hudson-Odoi. No, I'm going to use Hudson-Odoi. I'm going to use Hudson-Odoi this year, pretty sure. But we've got Juventus in the final. Press conference means nothing in this. Hopefully, press conferences mean more in FIFA 20. We'll wait and see. Simulate the game against Juve. Then we'll advance until the end of the month and attack August in the next episode of this save and this series. Once I've gotten your feedback on which players you might like me to try and buy in the remainder of the window. Unfortunately, Mandzukic has given them a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes. Benatia picked up a knock. Morata's come on for Giroud. He scored off the bench last time. He scored off the bench this time as well. Alvaro fighting for that first team spot. Even though I'm pretty sure a brand new striker will come in via your suggestions and will dethrone Alvaro Morata as a potential first team candidate. But Dybala wins it for Juventus, unfortunately. So no win for us in the pre-season tournament. Our first game of the next episode, and I will play it as well, will be the Community Shield against Manchester City. Piazzon is gone. Transfer for Marco van Ginkel of £13 million that I will accept. Zappacosta I'm keeping though. Zappacosta will stay at the club. Sorry, West Ham. Davide stays put. I'm not training as of yet. I might well though start to train Callum Hudson-Odoi, players like Mason Mount as well. I will actually negotiate Danny Drinkwater. I'm not going to ask for too much more than like 12-ish, but we'll see if we can eke out an extra little bit. I perhaps should have done this with the other deal as well, but I just wanted to get it done, to be honest. And Everton are willing to pay it. Thank you, Marco Silva. Van Ginkel, to be fair, that's almost 3 million overvaluation anyway that they offered for Marco Van Ginkel. So I probably wouldn't have been able to eke out much more from that one anyway. And he's gone, the Dutchman. A loan offer for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That's a swift no, thank you very much. We know from the Newcastle save how well he can grow. And fairly quickly as well. Obviously, we're only spending 1 season here at Chelsea, so we might not see his potential in this season, but in future seasons, we may well do. Arsenal, you've got some money to spend, even though in real life you don't necessarily very often like spending it that regularly. Although, obviously, in recent times you have been slightly more forthcoming since Arsene Wenger left the club. I'll ask for 15 for Victor Moses. Will they come anywhere near it? 12.1. Sure. 12.1 for Victor Moses. He leaves. Danny Drinkwater sold as well. Money is being raised. Quite considerable funds being raised as well. Another loan offer for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. No, go away. Ruben stays. Thank you very much. You'll have to let me know in the comment section. Shall I use a Scout Future Star in every season of this save just to see how they grow? Bologna signed Troy Deeney. Okay. Shall I use a Scout Future Star in every season of this save to see how they progress and keep an eye on them throughout the save? Like add them to my shortlist and then we can keep tabs on them throughout the save and see how they grow. I think that might be quite a nice idea to do. So that's where we'll end today's episode. Let me know in the comment section who to buy, preferably at striker, maybe in central midfield as well, maybe a winger too, maybe or definitely a centre-back. So we'll wait and see what happens in the transfer window. We do have, how much money have we got now? £153 million with a couple of other players left to sell. How much can we raise from those potential transfers? We have Cesc Fabregas on the transfer list. Might be able to get a decent amount for him and maybe Gary Cahill. Giroud as well. So there's still some money to be raised and still plenty to be done in the transfer window. But that will be done in episode 2. Which will come out sooner rather than later, hopefully. If you guys enjoy this series, drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any further content here on the channel, whether it's this mini-series this isn't really a mini-series. This long-term series, it's kind of a brief mini-series, 1 season per club, technically. And then the mini-series of the Alphabet Challenge, or of course the other long-term, very long-term series on the channel, the Career Mode Road to Glory with Cambridge United, which I'm hoping will get the traction that it always does and the support that it always does on the channel too. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Plenty of new stuff on the channel right now. 3 episode 1s in the past couple of days. I'll see you next time.